Alrighty. Good evening, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. It's Ricky, who has a very, very bad cold. But I'm here today. I have a headache too, and I came here. Hey, KB, how you doing? Well, we're gonna have an interesting night, I'm pretty sure. Please let me know if there is an imbalance in the audio. I just can't seem to figure out why it seems to keep having these issues with audio and things being super quiet and compared to the music. I don't know why that's the case. Yeah, so, and of course I have a cold, so it's going to affect things. I am going to try and speak directly in the microphone tonight to try and just combat that cold. But there's a lot to discuss, but I'm going to start off with just like prefacing tonight. We're having a discussion about Amelia Darnell and their game that's the game that's coming out, and everyone's thoughts on it. And I'll get to explaining the start of everything and why I chose to do this for those who aren't aware of some of the things. A lot has transpired, and I thought, man, we need to chat. We need to have a live chat about it. There's so much to talk about. But I wanted to say that this is going to be an open discussion. I know that there's a lot of people on like with all sorts of different opinions on it. The same with everyone has different opinions on the Nancy Drew series. And so I'm prefacing that everyone gets to freely express their, just their thoughts and their opinions. And I just would love to hear from everyone. I would love to address everyone's opinion. It doesn't mean I'm going to fully agree with you, but I am going to give you, a chance to talk. There was some new content that dropped, and we're definitely going to be talking about it tonight. But anyways, so it's an open discussion. I know there's a lot of people who are angry with me about my thoughts. I understand. We'll talk about it. And I would love to chat about it. So, let me just kind of like backtrack here a little bit. First of all, welcome to everyone who's new to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you. Love to have you here. Love to hear your thoughts tonight. Welcome, KB. Welcome, YouTube Chris. Love to see you guys. And anyone else who would like to just lurk tonight just to kind of see. Hey, Danny. Oh, okay. You're okay. Oh, man. Can't have that. We're gonna fix that real quick. Alright, so don't follow that. Okay, so basically, I'm just gonna kind of backtrack. So around 2 months ago, Amelia Darnell posted a trailer to their game, The Secrets of Silvercrest Village. And in response, I made a video. And there were those people that were absolutely in agreement, and there were some people who definitely disagreed very strongly with me. And I can understand. I get it. A lot of people, like, the biggest thing that everyone wanted to say was I was really harsh. Yeah, that was something for real. If you haven't taken a look at that video, I encourage you to watch it after the stream. I'm going to do it my best. We're not going to talk so much about my video, but I am going to just kind of like preface, like, some people might be coming here because of that video. And some people got to see it for the first time recently, and a lot of people had comments on it, and I understand, and I'd love to talk about it. Stupid Nightbot doing stupid things. But anyways, so I made a video, lots of people had comments on it, and it was in response to that trailer. And hi Pius, yeah, welcome. And the responses like that I had to the video was not necessarily the most positive thing. I was definitely critiquing pretty bluntly about Airtight Alibi. I really was. And I made that video kind of as an informational video for people to realize what was going on. But anyways, recently they just came out with another little sneak peek of their game, and we are going to watch it tonight. We are going to comment on it specifically, but I'm going to tell you how this all transpired. So that came out. Hi, Morgan. Welcome. That little trailer came out, and because of that little new trailer, my video had resurfaced a little bit from my original comments on the original trailer, and so I got to really hear some people chat about things. So I thought we should all just sit down and discuss it. Yeah, ready for the tea. Let's get down to it. You'll have to forgive me for the cold. But anyways, we are going to go ahead. Let's see. I'm trying to decide. Anyways, there was just so much going on. I decided to make a stream. Let's do it. So before we get into the trailer, the recent trailer with Mr. Yellow in it, I wanted to give you guys just a little, this is something interesting, and I'm going to show it to you. So, and then we'll get into discussion in a little bit. Okay, so I'm pulling up their website, and then I'm going to show you guys something. Ooh, enjoy your lurk. Love to hear your thoughts tonight. Love you guys. Thank you for joining. Posh Duck today. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the website, their website, and I'm also going to pull up something on my end. It's good to see you guys so much. Okay, I think it's important that I show you guys. Oh no. Where did it go? Oh my gosh. Why didn't it save? It totally didn't save it. Okay, guys, you're going to have to see something really trippy. Are you ready to see something trippy? We're going to open up my old video, and you'll see why I'm bringing it up. So one of the things I did make quite a video about Amelia Darnell and my thoughts, and I wanted to show people kind of what was going on. And one of the biggest things that I commented on was their website. And so I'm going to show you what I saw on their website before. So let's just let me just make sure everything looks fine and dandy. Okay, so I've got my video. This is my old. Sorry, I just saw my husband over on the deck. This is my old video, and the reason why is because this is their original website, and their original website says they're basically talking about making their own Nancy Drew style game, and not too bad, when you first look at that. But then, hold on, I'm trying to find it. Okay, here we go. My biggest thing that I made in the comment of my original video was about this right here, from the fans, for the fans. In late 2017, after waiting years for the release of Her Interactive's Nancy Drew Midnight in Salem, members of the Clue Crew figured that they wanted a new Nancy Drew style game bad enough they were willing to make it their own. Now, I made quite a few comments about how Nancy Drew PC Games is all over that website when I made this video. And I wanted to show you guys something new. They updated their website. And there's not even a mention of Nancy Drew in it at all. And they completely took out their from the fans for the fans completely. And there's not a single thing about Nancy Drew. And so one, I just thought that was interesting. Two, I gotta say, I'm pretty happy that they changed that. I'm pretty happy that they changed that. Hello, everyone. Hello, Twinkle Toes. Hello, DJ Twin Gamers. I have a cold, but I'm here talking about Amelia Darnell. I was talking about how in my original video talking about their first trailer and my very, very strong opinions about it, I said that after my video went up, they updated their website. They updated their website after my video and completely removed all of the Nancy Drew comments. And keep in mind that they were on Facebook trying to make this game before. And I also want to say I don't mind them making their own game. I really don't. I really, really don't. In fact, I'm excited. I would love another Nancy Drew game. I really, really would. But I guess the way that they did it just, and I showed all of the reasons, all of the feedback that I had in my original video about Lonnie and everything. But let's start with a general consent, like a general just feelers. How many of you are excited for the Amelia Darnell game? How many of you are kind of not excited, or, in between, or unsure, or just kind of like, meh, I don't care? Because I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts and start the discussion. But, while I continue to just start getting things going. But, yeah, so first of all, they updated their website. That was a huge, huge deal. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. Because we're going to get into this. You've been excited. Didn't know there was any controversy. Yeah. Welcome, Miss Region Rat. Yeah, there was quite a bit. Well, I mean, a lot of people, when these trailers came out, they liked it. They commented on it. But there were a lot of people in the background who didn't comment, who were like, kind of like, oh, why Lonnie? It felt like such a pushback move against Her Interactive, along with the website, and the website also just being so much about, Nancy Drew and literally directly, talking about Nancy Drew in every single section. And even literally saying, oh, they weren't making, in 2017, they weren't making their own game, so we decided to make our own. Anyways, that being said, they did update their website, so that was the big thing. Not excited. It looks pretty, right? I agree with you 100%, Pius. It looks beautiful. But the blatancy of the ripoff, yeah, it just like, and especially with the Mr. Yellow clip, it was just so like trying, like all the little references, I get you. And their denial of it is turning me off of it. Yeah, I get it. Bit neutral. I feel the excited momentum from the initial idea was lost after a while. I totally get you. I was really excited, actually, at the beginning. But then when they made their first trailer with Lonnie Manila's voice, and I was able to actually look at their website, it just felt like they were trying so hard to just say, like, we're mad at Her Interactive. Thank you for the subscription. Love to see you here, Emma. Love it. Anyways, initial excitement wore off. I totally get you. Excited, hoping it can be its own game outside of ND. I understand the inspiration behind creating more ND style mystery games, but I'd love for it to be its own detective mystery game. Excited, yep. Excited when it got announced, but it's taken so long I'm not as excited anymore. I prefer their style of game over knew her games though, yes, I can totally understand. Yeah, so like I think one of the other things that like, I was, gonna talk about tonight, I was gonna kind of talk about how like there's so much that could be so good, but it just felt like it slowly dwindled down. And one of their things was really dogging a little bit on Her Interactive for not quickly pulling out a game. And yet here we are, and it's been longer. Her Interactive finished Midnight in Salem, and they still came out with Key. And I want you all to understand that I understand that it's a fan project. Like it's a group of volunteers. But these volunteers really, really put themselves off in the beginning as snubbing. And that just really just kind of was like, really? Like, you could have made your own game and respect the old games, respect the company. But it just felt like, oh, you were just so mad because Her Interactive didn't make this game that get it out quickly enough. And so I don't mind them saying like, you know what, it is taking a long time. Let's make our own. Okay, but at the same time, it just came off really snub-like. And then when we found out that Lonnie was voicing, it felt like an even bigger slap to the face because of the drama surrounding Lonnie no longer being with Her Interactive. And that is a lot. I get it. Yeah, it's all not their full-time jobs. I get that. But I really disliked that they put directly on their page that they were just mad about how long it was taking with Her Interactive. And they can't say. So it's like, if you're going to put yourself out there and say, we can be better than that, we're going to do something better than that, and you can't deliver, like, that's really not good. You love the old click to navigate. I totally get it. Yeah, as opposed to free roam, very sensitive to motion in games, and I have such a limited range of games I can play because of that. I totally get you. So I take it as you're going to be excited for the game, which I totally get it. And I think there is a lot to be excited about. But I'm glad that they updated their website. That's my biggest thing. That's the one thing I wanted to say. The update in their website is good. And after my video came out, they also started making more posts about their team and about their project and trying to kind of almost like introduce themselves better. And I think that was a good move because it just really seemed like, you know what, we're just going to make our own game and we're going to snub our noses at them. And this is coming from someone who has played other people who made games inspired by Nancy Drew, Alex Hill, Penelope Pendrick, and I enjoyed them. Like, I enjoyed them. I did critique some of I would critique a lot about some of them. But it doesn't mean that I didn't play them or I didn't enjoy parts of them. And I do feel like there's going to be parts of Amelia Darnell that I will play and I will enjoy. And I think a lot of people felt really like my video was so negative and I didn't get to talk a lot about the positive. The positive is beautiful. I thought I put it in the video and I looked at it and didn't really see a lot. Didn't see that I had fit in the section where I talked about some of the positives of the game. I do think that it looks like some of the art is beautiful. Some of the characters seem very, very interesting to me. The storyline is interesting. It's so weird how people think saying, I don't like this is mean. I don't think it's mean at all. Well, I appreciate that. My video was a little bit more outside of, what I'm used to. I was definitely a little bit more blunt. I don't think I've been more blunt in my entire life about my feelings in it. And I was worried about it. But anyways, hi Liv. they made some changes. And I in terms of the Lonnie thing, how are we feeling about Lonnie? Okay, how are we feeling about Lonnie? A lot of people say they were so like I think a lot of people just like clinging really hard to the nostalgia, being like, oh my gosh, this woman's voice was my childhood. And so when they hear her voice, it's comforting to them. And that was actually the word that I saw the most, was comforting. Her voice is comforting. Absolutely. I totally get that. But I guess I respectfully say, can you take a step behind that for a second and really listen and tell me that she doesn't sound old, I guess. Like, yeah, I get it. You're blunt too, so maybe that's why your video is fine. Gooba, I'm excited for the game, and I really don't mind them taking a while or saying it's like Nancy Drew. I think they can have some grace, but I get why it make people be cautious. Thank you. Yeah, I think it was mostly just the start of things didn't come off in the right note to me. It came off pretty bad to me. And I'm glad that they adjusted things to show a little bit more. Oh, sorry about the notifications on the Kofi thing. You don't have to do that. Or you could, but I don't have a cupcake. Okay, Miss Region Rat, you're selfishly excited for Lonnie, but she's really snubbing here. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the sub. Welcome. Yeah, so you're selfishly excited for Lonnie, but I think she's actually the one really snubbing here. I feel like this is a really good point. I feel like this is a really, really good point. Of all the people that it feels like it's snubbing is her. I think there was, her interactive makes it sound like there wasn't drama on their end when Lonnie left. But we did get, someone mentioned a Reddit post that Lonnie had got out there. I know, I gotta quickly bake a cupcake. I was supposed to make cupcakes today, which is the craziest thing. I was supposed to make cupcakes today and I didn't get around to it. Anyways, she had made a post about how, they had told her to sound old or something like that. But in my opinion, even before, that point where she was told to sound old, I felt like she was sounding old to me. And so I think she still sounds a little bit older. And I feel like in the new trailer, there was improvement made. There was some improvement made. So I'm going to give them that. And we're going to talk about that. But let's keep looking. I'm going to keep reading your comments. Love Lonnie, always will, but her voice is so distinct. And since they market it towards Nancy fans, it feels like it's too close to Nancy games as a separate mystery point and click game. Yes, I completely agree. I like Lonnie's voice, but I'm not attached to it like some peeps. I like the new voice actor. She just needs better direction. I 100% agree with you too, Twitch Chris. Absolutely. Let's see. I'm excited for Lonnie since she's not voicing Nancy anymore, but I'm happy she still gets to play Nancy like detective. Understandable. I heard Lonnie was super salty about being let go, which is why she's quick to say yes to any Nancy clones. Got it. Lonnie is a talented voice actor, so I'm not surprised she's doing another role. It's cute she's doing it for us. I can see that. I think there was just so much drama surrounding her interactive, though, that this move with the game, it was real suspicious to me. I think the game will be at least decent, and I'm looking forward to playing, but it doesn't sit well with me that there's no acknowledgement of how they wanted to show up her and couldn't, and yet people are still reacting like it's going to hit the beats of some mysterious Nancy Drew guys that nothing else has, which is also not true. Yeah, it definitely, for some people, they didn't feel like it was a snub, and for a lot of people, it did feel like a snub. So that's why I feel like the update on their website was a huge help. I know at this point that they can't take Lonnie back. Like, they've got to keep Lonnie. Like, Lonnie's there. So Lonnie, it's going to be Lonnie's voice. They can't fix that, but they did fix their website. Lonnie was not salty. Kalina has talked over and over about how it was a mutual decision. Lonnie's contract ended and was decided not to renew. Lonnie has zero beef with both her and her interactive commented on this. This is crazy. Like, there's just so many different things, and it's like, it's so weird. Something is super weird to me because I hear so many different things, and so something somewhere along the lines is someone either like impersonated Lonnie at some point to cause drama or something. I want to say this. People were really upset about me making a video. And my thing is that, listen, if they're going to put themselves up against Her Interactive, I am going to critique them the same way that most people have critiqued Her Interactive, which has been pretty blunt, pretty in their face and saying that thing. Just like some of the other Nancy Drew inspired games, I'm going to critique them within the same manner. Okay, and I'd love to talk about some of those other games, but let's take a moment. Let's pause, because I know there was a lot, and we could get into so many different things. Let's look at the new trailer together, and then we'll talk about that specific trailer. Fans were upset. Lonnie made one comment about being sad her time with Nancy was over, but there was no big beef. The same way there was no beef with Kevin Menthe when okay, yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and move over here. Okay. Okay, just making sure. All right. Let me just pull this up before I... Okay, let me try and get this up. Okay. Ooh, hold on. Okay. All right, let's play, and then we'll talk about it.
Mr. Yellow, do I really have to call you that? It's obviously an alias.
Yes, nobody can know my true identity. You know this. Phones are too risky. This interaction could be overheard by pimply satellite hackers, prepubescent foreign agents, aliens, and cheeseburger salesmen.
Okay, Mr. Yellow it is.
One more thing. You'll need to update me about the case through text. Follow protocol and send details regularly.
Will do, Mr. Y. Amelia Darnell, over and out.
Okay. All right, let's chat about it. Okay. All right. Let me read some of these comments and then we'll talk about it. I like Lonnie and love her voice acting. I'm happy to see her involved in Nancy Drew projects and similar, but I think having her voice a team protagonist was a huge fumble though. If Amelia Darnell had vibes like Murder, She Wrote or something with Lonnie voice acting, it could be incredible. 1000%. Because her voice will fit better. Argo Foam is not a good actor. Okay, I have to say I kind of agree. I love Argo Foam. I grew up like just watching his videos and laughing so hard and thinking it was so awesome. And I gotta say, it just sounds like he's reading lines. And I think he actually commented on Susie's video, not her video, but through Facebook, and said that he didn't even know that he was going to be voicing with Lonnie at that point when he made that. So that was interesting. I think she should have been a recurring side character, but I'm excited to see what they do. I feel like if they had... No, it's not my birthday. Ignore that. It's not my birthday. Ignore that. Okay, ignore that, guys. I think that if they had her as a side character or if they had her as an older character, I would have completely changed. It would have completely changed my opinion on things. completely. 1000%. It would have felt more like a cameo. It would have felt more like a nod towards the series and not a, backslash against her interactive. I probably said that wrong. Okay. It's like I made a cameo in a movie that is automatically the worst performance. And I feel like it is, someone called it fan servicey. And so I thought that was an interesting point. A cameo would have been in a better role, or like a phone character or something. Yeah. So it's just like it would have been best, and it wouldn't have been so dramatic. It wouldn't have felt so like they were trying so hard to say we're Nancy Drew. But let's talk about the details of it besides just the voice acting. There were some references to Nancy Drew in there. Some pretty in-your-face references to Nancy Drew in there. And I know that some of the other Nancy Drew-inspired games had references to Nancy Drew. And I'm saying this across the board to all Nancy Drew-inspired games. Please stop referencing Nancy Drew. Please stop. Stop what you're doing right now. Because it's cringy to me. It's cringy. And it's like, it doesn't feel like a nod in the right direction. It feels like you're not coming up with something original. It just feels like that. So I know at this point they can't really change much. I'm still going to play the game. I'm going to still do those things. But, it doesn't sit well with me. And when it's so many of them, I just don't feel comfortable. In fact, I just feel awkward, and it just felt bad. I don't think it'll happen, but my longtime dream has been for Lonnie to reprise her role as Kate Drew. That'd be super cool. That'd be so cool. But if an established voice actor agrees to voice your main character, it's going to be hard to say no. I get you on that. And I wonder how this transpired. We don't know how this transpired. Did they reach out to her? Did she reach out to them? She has been known to receive messages from fans and directly respond and do what they, especially pro bono. Yes, she's doing this pro bono. Absolutely. I totally get that. It is hard to say no. I just gotta say though, it was not presented. I felt like it just wasn't presented well. And I don't know about you, but I definitely felt like especially in the original trailer, we'll talk about this one, but in the original trailer, she sounded old. In this trailer, there were some quirks in there, so I give them some kudos. She's got some little chuckles in there. She's, just kind of a little bit more nasally, just a little bit more nasally. And so she did sound a bit younger. And it also makes me question, what age are they going for then here? Because at first it sounded more like some people said, like Murder, She Wrote, Miss Marple, like she sounded older. But then when we get this one where she sounds almost like she's trying to be 7, even though she doesn't sound 7, just saying. Like, she doesn't sound 7 to me. But the quirks are almost like, I'm trying to sound this way. I'm trying to sound 7, not 18. So, curious about it. I think it's all in the way you incorporate the references, like the 50 chicken wings and Magician Machine and Penelope Pendrick didn't feel out of place. But Amelia Darnell is literally incorporating the phrasing patterns and allowing for the same cadence as Nancy, and it feels icky to me, to be honest. Yeah. Wonder if whatever her ending contract with her means that she cannot accept payment for this character because it's so close to Nancy, similar to NDA. Ooh, that's a tricky line to follow. I'm not sure how that would work. Because it's like her voice. Can you sue someone for sounding too much like another voice in another game? Hello, Emolins. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Personally, I don't mind these non-Nancy games referencing Nancy Drew because a lot of games, even in the AA game company space, will have Easter eggs to games that inspire the devs. I get this, but this is a lot. This is a lot. And there was a lot in some of the other games. I admit that so far the plot line doesn't sound too like copying a plot, copy paste of a plot from the past. But anyways, past games. I do know that Alex Hill felt a little bit of a copy paste in terms of like their story. It felt like copying Saw a little bit, just kind of like doing that. So that was similar to SEK though. Is it crime a bit mature? Yeah, it's good. They've got this like Yeti thing going on, so I'm kind of curious about that or whatever. Yeah. Similar to SEK, yeah, similar, like, you know, like we've got a high school thing going on, and so I'll give them some room for that because, you know, that's just like, it's like Nancy Drew has been located across all sorts of different things. There's lots of, so them having a game that's taking place with like a high school, middle school, whatever, that doesn't feel too much like Secrets Can Kill. I feel like if we were like, we had a murder there and there's like lies being spread around and there's I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So sorry about the whole followers, the Bean Boozle stuff, all that stuff. This is from my birthday party stream and that was so intense. So intense. The game you've avoided continuing, Alex Hill. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't enjoy Alex Hill as much, but yeah. Maybe I'm too far out with this, but my first thought on hearing Mr. Yellow's dialogue was that it felt like an attempt to fix Sunny's appearance in Med. Maybe. Yep, we did get reference to aliens in there, for sure. It also kind of, like, made me think of P.G. Krollmeister. Some of the, like, quirkiness. Does that make sense? But, yeah. I'm sorry, it's just too much. And the cheeseburger, right. It was just too much. It was just too much for me. Hey, Susie, welcome. Yeah, we've been having a great discussion so far. Really good. Some you know, civil discussion. Yeah, we haven't had any issues, but we're enjoying it. We're talking about a lot of things. Yeah, so welcome to the discussion. We just got done watching the trailer. We got done talking about how they updated the website after my original video. So yeah, so those are some thoughts. I really do hope that they kind of almost like fix this image of we're trying so hard to be Nancy, fix this image of we're trying so hard to be like her interactive. I don't mind a Nancy Drew inspired game like a mystery point and click. Great. Loved the art style. Great. It's not like the choices that they made. It's just so obvious that it's not trying to be singular. It's trying to be Nancy exactly. Cheeseburger and aliens in the same dialogue was a choice, especially since they put the cheeseburger emphasis on aliens to avoid copyright and train. Yeah. Yeah. There's not been a single stream I watched that has made me desire to play Alex Hill. Okay, so the website thing. So when I made my original video, the one 2 months ago, responding to the first trailer that they put out where we hear Lonnie voicing her for the first time, not the demo, but the trailer. In that video, I read some things from their website about Nancy Drew and what their comments were, and just like, oh, 2017, they didn't make a game, so we decided to make our own, yada yada. Well, they took that all down. They took it all down. There are no references to Nancy Drew. When before, literally every single section of their main page, every single section about them, about, whatever, references Nancy Drew, or like my biggest problem was the From the Fans for the Fans section, where they're basically like, yeah, they didn't make a game in 2017, so we're going to make our own. And so that specific reference that they made in their original, version of their website was just so like, yeah, kind of like a slap in the face, in my opinion. Many people said, no, it's not. I'm like, I'm sorry, but it literally is like, they're like totally referencing their anger towards the game not being done. And so, and they updated it. They took it all out. So I thought that was interesting. I was going to make a whole video in response to the new trailer, the updated website thing, people's opinions, yada yada. But yeah, we just made it into a stream. But I wanted to read some comments. Let's do into comments. Keep rolling out your comments. Love to see it. We'll keep talking. I'm gonna read some comments. Let's see. Let's take a look here. I like that the comments on this particular trailer, the new one, wasn't as salty as some of the comments on the first trailer, because this one, with the comments on this trailer, it is positive, and that's not a bad thing. You can be excited for Lonnie voicing an Arglethump voicing. I'm glad about that, but I'm so exhausted from hearing people like, let's ditch her and go here. This is where I was like, really, guys, can we grow up just a little bit? Just a little bit. Like, you can appreciate what they're doing, but not like be like, oh yeah, so let's completely rub our faces, rub this in her interactive's faces. I can't get over that. The first, and if you want to know what it was like for the first trailer, just go watch my video, because a lot of people commented, and it was just so solely focused on how they're so excited that there's a new game, and mostly just kind of like done with her interactive, and that's kind of where I'm like, someone did comment that a lot of the high school itself is structured the same way as Secrets Can Kill, and that's something I can't unsee now. So if you look here, I'll pull it up here. It's similar structure in layout, and just very, very similar. We got all these you go in a circle, you've got the layers, you've got the arches going on, green lockers. I get it, like sometimes a high school is just a high school, but this one looks an awful like The Secrets Can Kill. Not gonna lie, kind of hilarious that not only did they not make a game faster, but her managed to release their most profitable game in the meantime, and we still don't have an expected release for Amelia Darnell, right? That's correct. Yes, that's correct. Hey, Chaz versus Jazz, stopping in for a few minutes just to comment on this. I think it's fair to say attitudes in the Nancy Drew community has been very varied over the last decade. Absolutely. Mid was their most profitable game to date. That's interesting. That is interesting to hear. Oh my gosh. I just heard from my husband that my girls have been marrying stuffies together, and each of them has been widowed twice. Wow. Okay, so Mid being their most profitable game to date. Okay. And that could be due to the fact that many people were excited about it. And I think that when people play at Midnight in Salem and the opinions on it just kind of I agree. I agree that it probably hurt their sales in Key. But yeah. It was also released on Steam with a lot of hype. It drew a ton of new players. That's awesome. Yeah, so like and this is something that's also a big thing that people talk about. They don't like the new direction. I get it. We all miss the original Nancy, but I also think we need to move on. I think any company needs to grow, and this is the way that they're going to grow. They need to update their stuff. They're trying their best too. But I don't think that like heavily putting your new game out there inspired by the old games, but making it about Her Interactive and basically saying they can't give us what we want, we will do it. It just felt like, you know, I am going to critique them in the same manner that a lot of these people critiqued Her Interactive. That's just my thoughts on it. It was also released on Steam with also wider audience, pandemic, and working with streamers for Mid. Yep. In and out, but I'll say I'm just a person who will play all point-and-click mystery games because I will forever be seeking to recreate my childhood. I completely understand. Go ahead and do that. I'm just going to also freely critique them. I am going to play this game, so yes. Amelia Darnell would have hit it big if they released their game quicker. I know they are all volunteers, but a lot of people don't want the new style of her games and prefer the point and click. And I think what really hurt them in terms of them not making it quickly is not that they're a small developing team who have jobs. The problem is they were so prevalent on saying Her Interactive is taking too long, we're going to do it. And that was the biggest problem in my opinion. You're typing at a red light? No. Don't do that. The digital river drama affected Key sales, so I'm not sure if we'll know a good picture of Key's numbers. Fair, absolutely. Someone who helps run the Facebook group with 10K fans in it, I can attest that new fans coming in often say one of the two new games is their favorite when we ask which Nancy Drew game they like best. I do really think that nostalgia is blinding a lot of people's opinions, and I'm not saying that means that their, opinion is immediately invalid, but a lot of people are so quick to defend their nostalgia specifically that it's hard for them to I think see some of the things that other people are seeing. I love to hear your critiques because I suck at being a reviewer. I'm easily entertained, and then people help me to think more critically. It's hard. I think the way that we can develop our opinion is by looking through other people and talking through other people and hearing other people. I think that's really, really important. Also, I think there's a lot of very valid criticism in ND clone games, but I think it's important to acknowledge that Her did a lot right, and it makes sense that they would be the blueprint. Yes, I agree that Chaz versus Jazz, I agree that it's a little bit too close, because just because of all of the, give me 1 sec, I gotta take care of something, hold on. So I'm sorry, but the original way that they did it before Lonnie, and before seeing seeing the high school was just really like looks exactly like the high school in SCK. You know what? It's just like, it's too close. I don't mind that they followed like the art style. That's fine with me. Not a problem with that at all. I don't mind that they have it a mystery. I don't mind that they have a girl detective. I don't mind that they have it as a young girl detective. I don't mind there being a lot of focus on phone characters or anything like that. The problem was the extra details that were an obvious choice to be directly about Nancy Drew, and especially with this new trailer with the whole references to Sunny June, references to Cheeseburger and Train and all this stuff. It's too much, and I think that really killed it for me. The problem was that their biggest advertising gimmick was saying that they get it out before her. I agree they shot themselves in the foot there. If it was, we're going to try and vibe with the nostalgia, but not a competition, it would be less off-putting. 100%. That would have changed me 100%. 100%, and I would have been way more gracious. But now I'm sorry. I have to critique them in the same manner I would have critiqued her interactive. And I tried to critique her interactive. I have a lot to say about Midnight and Salem. I have a lot to say about Key. But like, honestly, yeah. Hot take, her needs to commit to a new era of more modern open world Nancy Drew games and let these smaller devs make Nancy-like games for those craving the nostalgia hit. It's true. I get it. But if we are going to make the nostalgia, can we please just do something original? That's my main thing. Go ahead and do it. Just, yeah. Yeah. Everyone's just saying hello. LOL, I was harsh on Key, so I'm with you there. Listen, I liked a lot when I first played it, I was just enthralled by the new style that I admit that when I first played it, I kind of overlooked some of the problems, but I'm hoping to replay it soon and make a more detailed analysis of what I truly feel about Key and judge it a little bit more harshly there. But anyways, yeah, any other thoughts? On this? 'Cause game did have a lot of issues. There was a lot of issues. You're a quiet duck today, Wraith. Yep. Yeah, there were a lot of issues in Key, for sure. I think the other thing when it comes to nostalgia is that the original games were on a proprietary engine. Literally nothing is going to hit the same notes. I get it. Get it. It's the references for me. It's the looks exactly like the same high school. It's the voice actors that when they were put into the game stirred up more drama than, I don't know, excitement for me. Interesting comment coming in one of the posts right before I hopped on here. Oh, I'd love to hear it. I'll love to hear it. I want the Nancy likes to be more original and focus on quality, even if that means a more limited scope. And I want her to commit to the modern instead of being held back by trying to please everyone. Amen. I agree with you 100%. Let's take a look here. Ooh, we're gonna wait for this new. I know that I saw that, and I think I mentioned it before, that Argofump responded to one of your things, Susie, about how he said he didn't know it was gonna be Lonnie, that was gonna be voicing. So it means that some of these things are from a while ago, right? Gotta be. So let's see. Yeah. Anyways, what I'm gonna play the game. Okay. I'm gonna play the game, but it doesn't mean I'm not gonna critique it. And the people who get really angry about me critiquing it, I just don't get it. Like, it's like they put themselves in this position. So that's kind of where I'm at. Michael's comment changed things up a lot for you. Yeah, I think I was really surprised. Let me just pull it up. I'm not going to show it to everyone because I don't want to reveal a lot of people who did stuff, because that I just don't think that's fair. I don't think we need to share names. I mean, obviously it's out in the public. You can go look for it yourself, but I'm not going to share names during the stream, and I didn't share names during my video. So let's do this. Let's pull this up. Chatted about this a while back with some friends. Her dreams are kind of capture lightning in a bottle. The old games are not coming back. Respect and build off of what we came from. Don't try to recapture it with new tech. Yeah, I get it. 100%. So yeah, let's read directly what was said. Well, where did it go? Here we go. When I recorded my lines, I had no idea that Lonnie would be playing the character I was talking to. I probably would have done the lines differently had I known. I probably would have toned down the Sheldon Cooper vibes, and I probably would have had my wife feed me lines. So it sounds like he would have taken it a little bit more seriously if he had known. What are you guys' thoughts? What does she sound like? What age does she sound like to you? In the first original trailer, like especially when we get off towards the end, like her voice dips really low and it just does not sound like a teenager, doesn't sound like a little girl, it just sounds like an old woman. I'm sorry. But then when we get this new trailer, you got those quirks in there that kind of almost sound like she's like, gee, I'm a little kid. Just too much. There's a huge difference in who's producing. When we were getting 2 games a year, they were being produced by people who had an obvious passion for Nancy and the plotline and the acting. The new games don't give the same vibes. Again, lightning in a bottle. Yep. Asking out of curiosity, but was anyone else surprised AD is using 2D character photos and not animated models? I mean, on the one hand, I get it, but with how long development is taking, I think I had assumed that was part of the holdup. Yeah. And I get that part of the holdup is probably because they have lives. I get it. They're a small team. But, it's been longer than when they were complaining about her interactive. Longer. And it is a volunteer basis, but it already sounds like they've got lines for a lot of it. Yeah, I don't know. They changed the website. We know that. They haven't given us any other updates, and they're giving more updates. And so I almost wonder if their new and more updates are showing us that they're closer and closer to getting the game done, because they probably were thinking a lot about how badly her was, critiqued for how long it took for them to do the game. And again, keep in mind that this critique was essentially like because they had been previously producing games nonstop. Okay, someone says, this is a comment on Susie's thing. Old engine was no longer usable does not equate to needing to completely revamp the game on an engine they were not properly prepared to create a solid game with. It was a bad choice on their part, and it's pretty evident at this point. I took this game to just be homage to the fans. It's free. They're not trying to profit off of it. It's just a love letter to the original fans. Wow. Yeah. And Susie made an excellent point in response. Like, if they couldn't use the old engine, didn't have the previous experience with the new engine, what else could they have done? We're critiquing Her Interactive so harshly, but we're not allowing ourselves to critique them, Amelia Darnell, because they so heavily pushed against Her Interactive. So yeah, the logic is there. Don't worry about my birthday stuff. Cool. 2D is easier and less expensive. Hold on, I just lost your comment. I'm gonna pull it back up. 2D is easier, less expensive, and their plan is for the game to be free, so I get it. But again, if they're promoting themselves as a competitor for her, we've had 3D Nancy since Stay Tuned for Danger, so it's a step away from that. It's not remotely unreasonable, but given how they branded things and how long it's taking, I assume they were going for 3D. Yes. And here's the thing. After my video, they changed their website. It's almost like I genuinely think that they realized the way that they were putting themselves out there was not working for them, because they were too on the nose with Nancy Drew, too much, and it still feels on the nose. But at this point, they said they were going to make the game, so even if they were like, oh my gosh, like it is too much, they can't change it at this point. They can't go back, and it's going to hurt them because they already commented about how long it was taking her, and they're taking longer, and it's just like, oh. From what I've seen ever since my video yesterday, there are Amelia Darnell spies everywhere. Yeah. Didn't Airtight Alibi Productions comment on your video basically saying we're going to be responding soon about the Nancy Drew cloning copycat comments and talking about that? I'm very, very, very interested about it. I think they need to fix this. They're going to come out with a statement soon. I hope so. I want it. I want it. Let's do it. Let's fix this. Let's fix the problem. That's what I want. Let's fix the problem. If we do not critique them, they will keep doing the things, and then they won't grow, and they won't know that some people are upset about the way that they marketed themselves. The way that they marketed themselves was a huge deal to me. And then they put themselves out there, and then their website, again, yeah, but they changed it, so that's good. Anyways, and we've said that all. Nancy, Hannah, welcome. We have talked about a lot. We have talked about so much. And I won't repeat too much, but there's been a lot of changes. Their website's changed. We've commented about their new video, whatnot. Mixed feelings, lots of mixed feelings. Some positive, like, oh, I just love hearing Lonnie, and then there's just a lot of, just slowly the love for this game kind of, yeah. Did you discuss how they intend to make the game free? I mean, yeah, we have discussed how they want to make the game free, and I honestly don't I don't see how that changes my feelings. It doesn't really change my feelings on it, that it's being free. And the reason why it doesn't change my feelings is because of the way they marketed themselves. Not because they're trying to make a fan project or whatever, because it didn't sound like that at first. It sounded like the way that they put themselves out there, and their original website, like I said, was just like, we're gonna basically do a game better than her, is the vibes that I got. Prefer shorter marketing period, so I wish Amelia Darnell did more of the game before announcing the game. Key's marketing period was way too long. I didn't like how we'd get a sliver of info at a time. Yeah, I totally get that. And I think there was a real solid reason why Key's marketing was the way that it was. Is because they rebranded themselves. They're rebranding themselves, and they needed to... They were trying really hard to bring old fans back into the mix. Like, oh, welcome, old fans. Look at this. Get excited. And they were using what they could to get them excited, while also still spreading to brand new people. So I do understand why for some people that period was really long, but I do think there was a legitimate reason. Made it home. Hi. Also, I love that you're talking about this. I've been waiting to hear your thoughts, specifically because of your first video. Yes, my video was popular, not popular. Honestly, with how closely they referenced Nancy Drew, they could legitimately end up in legal trouble. Yeah, if it wasn't free. I think as long as it's a fan project, her will turn a blind eye. Yeah. Yeah. I think they should have done something they could charge for, though, after all the work. Yeah, I don't know. If they made this game the way that they made this game, I wouldn't pay for it. I wouldn't pay for it. Because I feel like the marketing was so much more like, we're going to make a better game than her. We're going to make it faster than her. We're going to do all this stuff. And we're going to make it almost carbon copy. And in this latest trailer, even more so looks like that. Oh, and also we're going to get this voice actor that there was a lot of debate over her thing with, and she's Nancy's voice. And I wouldn't pay for it because it's too darn cringy to me and salty. Now, I'm glad that they changed their website. I'm glad that they are, kind of trying to put themselves out there more in terms of who they are and what they're trying to do, because they need to fix this. They need to fix what they just did, because they came off with salty and bitter and we're going to be better than you. And now it's like they realize that is not going to be very good for them. And with how much it is, it's just just bad publicity now. It hurts that it's going to be free because Liv said it's better that it's free so they don't get sued. And yeah, I guess there is. Yeah, it is. If I were them, I would be sad after making a whole big game that it would be free. I would understand that, but I wouldn't pay for it if it was at this point. I think Amelia Darnell marketed so early because they had to fundraise. They're funding the game development with donations. Key was supposed to release much sooner, but there were unexpected delays. Yeah. And yeah, it's like at that point it's like then don't put yourself out there as if don't put yourself out there as if it was some real big dirty thing that they didn't get out their games when they did, when you can't get out your game. Why are we calling the kettle black? That's my biggest thing. Why are we calling the kettle black? You're a water duck today, Mullins. You're a water duck today. Okay, I need some water, man. Holy cow. That does not taste good anymore. Pardon me, I still have that cold. Let's see. What time is it? Hey, I just wanna help people, if you are watching this and you haven't commented because you're not sure if you're gonna be welcome in, even if you disagree. Or if you're watching and you are a team member of Airtight Alibi, if you are, whatever, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. Even if you severely disagree with me, just be polite. Let's not bully each other. But I just want to welcome you to say your thoughts. Even if you're hearing some of this stuff for the first time. It's interesting that Key was supposed to be released much sooner. It makes me think that maybe their marketing thing wasn't supposed to take as long and that they had to come up with some new things because of that. So that's a thought there. I wish her could be more transparent if they had delays so that something happened to AD. I hope they'll be more open to sharing that. I would like that too. I agree. I would love transparency. I do like transparency. I wonder why we aren't more transparent. Does anybody have a thought on that? We'll probably never know for sure. A theory is issues with one or more group they outsource to. That makes sense. Outsourcing can delay things. This is the funniest. Okay, so here's the thing. This is one of the things that I had to say too, is that a lot of people, well, maybe not a lot of people, some people told me, if you just don't like the game, then don't play it. And I'm like, but the very fact that you feel the need to comment, I could just say to you, if you don't like my video, then don't comment. Much less, if you don't like my video, don't watch my video. I think the whole point that we critique is so that we can get our voices out there and say we want to change. We want something different. We don't like this. And I'm going to critique someone who compares themselves to somebody else. That's going to be my main thing. So I guess I am going to play the game. I am going to critique them. I'm going to try and find some positive things. But, yeah. They just tried to act like everything was fine and not acknowledge it to avoid people getting angry. Yes. And canceling them with mid makes sense, which wasn't the right response, but that's my guess. Makes sense. I think it makes sense. Gosh, Midnight in Salem hit them hard. And I think they were worried about more backlash. That would be the thing. Sorry about all these silly little notifications on the thing from my Streamlabs and stuff. I just haven't deleted it from my birthday party. So, yeah. Hated the fandom during the mid-release. I muted the group for a long time during then. I gotta say, yeah, I mean, I wasn't happy, but I wasn't, it's just, yeah. It was a lot. It was like, when Midnight in Salem happened, it's almost like it really brought out the worst in the crew. It really did. It really, really did. I gotta say, I was getting kind of bored with some of the stuff that Nancy Drew was before Midnight in Salem and Key. And yeah, I didn't like Midnight in Salem, but I was bored. I was bored with Labyrinth of Lies. I was bored with Medallion. I was bored with a lot of that stuff, and so I was glad that something changed. At least I wanted a change. I needed a change. Yes, I will forever miss the original stuff, but yeah. Okay, I have to wonder if the lack of transparency came from the new CEO after mid. Yes, there's a lot of talk about that. The one who used to be a Disney exec, because Disney basically pulls out a hit on people with loose lips. I wonder if that's just what she was used to, and the backlash from mid was huge, so she kept that habit as the company transferred, possibly. Yes, the negativity was horrible. People were mean. There are several companies, including Unity's development team and some independent designers. The companies are listed in the game's credit. Okay. I left the message boards during and after mid because people were so rude, especially before it came out and we waited as so long. And can I just politely say, I just want to politely say this as best as I can, because it's probably not going to sound very nice, is that a lot of that community happened on Facebook. And I'm not saying everyone was mean on Facebook, but there was a huge group of people that specifically are on Facebook that are specifically so angry. They're so angry. And I will never understand how it got so toxic on Facebook so quickly. Okay? I don't get it. I'm sorry, Liv. I know you like Labyrinth of Flies. I didn't like it. I get it. Yeah. And so so Susie, when Susie shared my original video recently, so she didn't know about my original video. She shared it on the Facebook, and that's how I got more people commenting on my video all day today. All day today has been me commenting back at people, and they are just so angry. I honestly there was some things that were just nonsensical to me, and so I just don't get it. Some of it is pretty standard, I think, but I think some is either because of not building up enough of a team yet, or because it's cheaper to outsource. Yeah, you dragged me into this. You made it so complicated for me that I had to make an entire stream about this. I was just gonna make a video, but then it just was so crazy. And I was in the car with my husband, and I'm like, I've been commenting all day, and I've had multiple appointments today, and I've been running around everywhere, and I have a cold, and I have a headache, and I feel nauseous. And he's like, so you want to stream tonight? And I said, yes. Go read the comments on my video. Just go read the comments on my video. It was wild. I mean, granted, I've seen some worse ones before, but yeah. And it's you know what? I'm happy that people are commenting. I'm happy that people are talking about it. I just wish that we could just take some of the rudeness out. And I think that's also another reason why I was so strict about Amelia Darnell, is because they felt rude to me. And I was tired of us being this way. I was tired of the Clue crew acting this way. And that's what it felt like to me. So I was blunt. I was critiquing them for a reason. So yeah. Given that it sounds like a number of keys issues are a fault of outsourced companies, I wonder if they'll continue that plan though. I know there were issues her wasn't happy didn't get fixed. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And it's hard because it's like they could plead to the fans, but that probably wouldn't be a very good idea either. It'd be like, please forgive us, we couldn't fix this thing because this is blah 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 blah. It probably wouldn't be a good look for them either. What flavor was that? Wait, what? I'm so confused. Oh, Waterloo! Yes, I've been trying Waterloo, and it's been going pretty well for me because my addiction to soda has reoccurred. So I had to get sparkling water. This is Summer Berry. I think it's one of their kind of like limited time flavors. Granted, it's not as good because it went flat. It went a little flat for me, but I do like the flavor. So I hate it when it goes flat, and it goes flat so quick. As soon as the cold is gone and it goes flat so quick. That's what I hate about it. And that's what makes me sad is when these sparkling waters go flat so quickly. That's what I get very sad about. Anyways, Waterloo is your favorite. Nice. Well, I am going to be wrapping up here in a minute. So if there's anything you have to say, anything you want to share, I really want to hear it because we can talk about it, because we can agree, disagree together. But I think the best thing that we can do is talk about it, because that's going to be the way that we, yeah. Oh, yeah, so, about Susie's video, yeah, so I'm gonna try, well, let's see here. If you haven't seen Susie's video, she did a great job talking about the new trailer and like her experience with how things transpired. Here, let me just copy this link and put it in the chat. Like, it was good. It was good. It was good. So let me just put it here. Take a look at this. Oh, why isn't it? Try this. Try this. Okay, I hope that works. I hope that works. Check out her video. And we love comments. Like, please. I think for me, it's okay to be angry at a company as a whole. Happens a lot when things don't end up like was promised, but attacking a specific person from the company isn't okay. Specific person from the company. Especially with Mid, you had that trailer at the end in the original style, so some people felt wronged not getting that which was promised. I get the anger for that. When you say attacking a specific person from a company, I'm curious as what you're referencing here. Is it Lonnie? Are you referencing to Lonnie? Sorry. I just want to make sure I get what you're saying correctly. My husband is currently playing on his little 3D printed flute to my children to get them to sleep. I can hear them in the hallway. Like a specific dev or something. Not saying that it happened with the her situation, but I know it happens in other gaming spaces. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if anyone got called out specifically. I don't know if anyone got called out. I mean, people mentioned a lot of negativity towards the CEO of her. The new one that happened. Didn't she retire? Isn't that the official story? I'm still bummed they changed May to not having albinism, because that would have been such cool representation that fit with Mid's themes. I feel like that when they took that out, I was super confused with the whole prejudice thing. Was really confused. I was like, who's being wait, what prejudice? What? I thought all we knew is that we have evidence towards her doing this thing, and I know we're trying to defend her and trying to prove her innocence, but what is this about? What is this about prejudice? Well, I was really lost. And if I had known the albinism thing, then maybe albinism thing. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you. If I had known about that, I think I would have changed my original thoughts about Midnight in Salem. According to her own link, didn't she retired? Yeah. There were some people from her interactive there was some leak in terms of people's private information, and that was real uncool. That was real uncool for sure. But yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I'm really sorry, Amelia Darnell. I'm gonna play it. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna play a softie when it's just started off so bitter, in my opinion. I had such an open mind until I realized, just felt so salty, so her can't do it anymore, so we're gonna do it, and not in a way of her interactive is probably gonna tank. It wasn't her interactive's done. It was more the thing was they're just sucking it, making it. There's a prejudice we don't acknowledge with mid of ableism and denying the validity of a black woman's adoption in relationship to her mother, but that's a rant for another day. Oh, my lord, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I think we're gonna end it. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you so much for engaging. I really appreciated everyone's thoughts on it. I know that there was mixed feelings all around, and I know that there's some people that oh, yay! Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. What? Wait. No way. Thank you. Oh my gosh. The hype. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It was a good stream. I know a lot of people stayed quiet, but I'm glad you got to listen, got to hear people's thoughts. Well, good. Alrighty, I'll leave you with that. Good luck. Oh, thank you, Liv. I appreciate that. Emotions. That's so funny. Hype train. Oh, guys, you don't even see it. You guys don't see it. Okay, hold on. You missed my hype train. I made a whole thing. I can't get off yet. It's a hype train. Oh my gosh. It's a hype train. What do I do? What do you guys want me to do? Wait. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Want to play a game? If this is a hype train, you want me to play a game? We can do mini games. You want to do a mini game? If you're gonna hype train me, I'm gonna keep it going. You're gonna hype train me, I'm gonna go. Hype. First thing I can think of, go. Alright, sweet. Let's pull something up, guys. First thing I can think of. Okay, sweet. Let's pull up my Steam. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't it be so funny if I could just pull up Amelia Darnell? Just kidding. We can't. Okay, let's do it. Well, it has to be Nancy Drew related. Let's do my recent download on Steam. All right. Oops. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oops. Nope. Nippity noo. Oh, I can't see you guys. I can't see your comments. Oh, the demo? Wait. Should I do the demo? Wait, there's a demo. Hold on a second. Where's the demo? Where do I get this demo? Where do I get the demo? Is it just on? I don't see it on here. Where's the demo? Tell me where the demo is. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, thank you for the hype. Thank you for the gifted subs. I need to fix this right now. So what is going on that we're just going to do that? We're going to do that. We're going to do, I don't know what this is, but I'm going to do that. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's pull up their thing. I don't know. Do they have their demo up? Oh, we got it. It's not my birthday. But thank you. Level 1 complete. PC demo. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Download anyways. Let's do the demo. Guys, this is a serious raw reaction for me, okay? So this will be a raw reaction of this whole thing. Sorry guys, I have to like open it all up. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How do I wait, what the heck? Oh my goodness! Thank you guys! Thank you! I can't even keep up with you guys. I can't keep up with you guys. Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get our duck crown on for this. Duck crown, duck crown. Okay, how is this supposed to work? Run anyways. Okay, here we go. All right, we're doing it. We're doing it. I'm gonna be mad at this forever for doing that, but let's just make that smaller. Okay. Do we see? Oh my gosh, this is even with my smaller camera. Is there no noise in this? Okay, let's just play. Oh, okay. Oh, whoa. Whoa! That fan's a helicopter! Oh my gosh! This fan is a helicopter. This fan is a helicopter. Oh my gosh. Okay. Got some books. Police. Justice system. Holy cow, that's a lot of books. Oh my gosh. That drawer. We're going into a spaceship. Oh my gosh. Listen to this drawer. Where is the color? This room is oh. Okay. Oh my gosh, no, there's a cut with the fan. It does sound louder for me. Hey, we have Mr. Woogle Woggle here. Slothing it up. Mr. Woogle Woggle Sloth. This fan is driving me crazy. That clinking, it did not have to be that loud and that long. That's a really long. Oh my gosh. Phew. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my lord. Slider puzzle. Who would have guessed it was a slider puzzle? Oh man. Ooh, that's good. That's good. This is good news. This is good. Ooh, that's really good too. Ooh, this is all pretty good. Yeah. Did they put a what? What did they do? Oh my gosh, there's this like cut in the fan. I hope they fix that. My husband's probably like, what are you doing? Thought you said you were going to be done early. Well, yeah, well, they started a hype train. So here I am playing this game for them, playing the demo for them. Okay, this is good. This is good stuff, guys. I gotta say, I'm doing pretty good, except for this piece in my way. How do I get... Okay. Okay. Popping to say hi. I don't want to have my audio on, but I don't have your audio on to say hi. Hope this discussion has been well. Oh yeah, we're having fun. Oh my gosh. We've been having a blast. I'm losing my voice. More fun than I thought, guys. This was fun. This has been fun. Okay, let's just fix this right now. The way that this thing keeps repeating over and over and over again is killing me. That's not the piece that goes there. Oh no. Guys. Wait, what the heck is going on here? I don't know what's going on here. Guys, this is a hard thing. This is a hard... I like that you can restart it. That's kind of nice, I guess. We know that that goes there. We know that this kind of goes, what, like there? Looks like. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. That's a beauty. That's a beauty right there. That's a beaut. That's a beauty. That's a beauty. Oh, it just gets better. It just gets better and better. Oh, I can't stand it. It does a bit better. No, look at this. Okay. I did it. Did I do it? Oh, thank God in heaven. It's blank.
Dear Diary, I know I haven't written lately, but it's only because I've been making preparations to travel to a small, old-fashioned village deep in the Henry Mountains of Utah. It's called Silvercrest Village, and for such a simple little town, there sure have been a lot of mysterious goings-on. For instance, there have been several reports of tourists suddenly vanishing from a nearby state park, Goblin Valley, along with additional reports of suspicious activity. In the village itself, there have been a few recent break-ins and random acts of vandalism at Summit High School. And to top it all off, a strange white Yeti-like creature has been repeatedly spotted wandering the village at sundown. Mr. Yellow, my self-appointed mentor who took an interest in me upon graduating summa cum laude with my bachelor's in criminal justice, is probably the biggest mystery of all. Not only did I hear
bachelor's, so she's what, like a college person?
Right out of university, something they are not known to do with people that have no work experience, but now it seems they also have him heading his own task force after a mere year of being an agent. All this, and he's supposedly younger than me. I've never
He's
met
definitely
him myself,
younger than you, okay?
He seems to want to do everything over the phone. Talk about your classic case of paranoia. Anyway, Mr. Yellow recommended this case to me, explaining that he would usually love to take this kind of case on for fun, but he obviously hasn't the time for it these days. I gladly took the case, promising him that I would take careful notes, keep him informed, and call him if I get stuck so he can help me out. Yes, he's that cocky. Anyhow, nothing to it but to do it, I always say. And so, as I write, I am on a plane to Salt Lake City, Utah.
Oh no, that was so bad.
Take me to
That was so
Silvercrest.
bad.
I hope I won't disappoint Mr. Y. Wish me luck, diary. I have a feeling I'll need it. Always, Amelia.
Wait, is she from college? Because it definitely
Hello,
doesn't sound like a
mystery
college.
fan.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations on solving the puzzle. I have a very exciting announcement to share with you today. Let me introduce myself. My name is Lonnie Manella. I have done voiceover acting for decades and was also Nancy Drew, which some people know, some people don't. But anyway, I'm so proud to announce to you that I'll be voicing Amelia Darnell in the upcoming game, Amelia Darnell, Secrets of Silvercrest Village. I really wanted to help this team because it's in my heart, and these games are becoming almost a rarity. And the people that have contacted me are just so honest and real and talented that it's going to be a wonderful combination, and we're all going to be so excited to bring you one of the best games ever. I really want you to help out if you can. So thanks so much to all the members of our community who are giving their time and resources to make this game possible, and to all the people who offered financial support so the developers could have a good start. Without your help, we may not have gone this far. So please help as much as you can, spread the word, and I look forward to working with you, hearing from you, and hopefully solving a mystery together. Thanks again for your support. See you soon in Silvercrest Village.
Okay, so can I just... Oh my gosh. Can I just... Okay. Ah! That was a little weird. That part was a little weird. Okay, so here are my thoughts. First of all, the sound effects on that thing was unnecessary. But oh my gosh, holy cow. There was a lot that just went on. It really does sound like a helicopter, guys. Morning jump scare, lol. Okay, wait, but like, hear me out here. So wait, she's supposed to be like coming out of college. She doesn't sound like a college person. She sounds like an old person trying to sound like an 8-year-old. Okay, that's what it sounds like to me. And second of all, she sounds like me at this point. Hi, I'm Lonnie Manella. You could just hear that thing in your voice. My husband's probably texting me like, what is going on? Yeah, that's what it was. And so, and Mr. Yellow's supposed to be younger than her, and I said, yeah, he is. He'll at least sound younger than you. But, this is weird. It's just weird. And then when we transition from, did I see your comment earlier? Wait, which one? They changed the story from state park disappearances to high school murder case, so something original to something Nancy already did. Yeah, with the exception of the reset button, the good parts of the trailer were the environment, which was built by Julia. Whew, yeah. Yeah. So they changed it. They changed it to make it even worse. They changed it, made it worse. They made it worse. Okay, so that is a huge deal. You're right. Big deal. Big deal. Might have to clip this. Yes, they did change it. They changed the story from state park disappearances to a high school murder case. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, we had the hype train. I had to keep up with that hype train. I had to do it for the hype train. So, there's that. My biggest thing that I was noting was when we go from hearing her note to hearing her talk in the credits of the demo, I barely heard a change in her voice. So if it was meant to be, she's talking as Amelia to she's talking as Lonnie, I didn't hear any change. I'd like to know who thought the world needed to hear Amelia say the word cocky, because it's not me. I think the only thing that made her sound younger was like little quirks of like a giggle or a chuckle or whatnot. That was the only thing that felt different. And yeah, when you hear her talking like through the credits, it didn't sound. It was hard for me, yeah. Like the only thing that I could tell the difference was like the personality behind it, not the voice, the personality behind it. And the personality was very subtle for me. The personality was very subtle. maybe it's like the Nancy Drew voice. Like, I've just heard it for so long that it's just like, this is Nancy Drew, but she sounds older. So anyways, I don't know. That was my thoughts. The sound effects were really intense in there. So the older resonance isn't really hidden in her natural voice. I agree 100%. She sounds like me right now. Just sounds like grovelly. People are mad at you for calling her old. My God. She's old. I'm sorry. It doesn't mean that she's a bad person or that I hate her because she's old. It's just a gosh darn fact. It's a gosh darn fact indeed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know a lot of people are mad at me. It's not an insult at all. In fact, I actually long for the day that I get gray hairs. I feel like it's going to look great on me. I hope I get like a salt and pepper look. So I'm kind of looking forward to being old. Heck, I'm married to my husband. Of course I'm married to my husband. Okay, he's over there. He wants to be old. And I'm married to him. Imagine thinking being older is an insult. We should all be offended, yes. Oh no, I'm devastated. So, I'm married to your husband wants to be old too? Wait, married to your husband too. We have so much in common. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys are great. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great evening. I have to end it now. My voice is starting to just go further downhill. But this has been great. This was totally worth it. I appreciate all of your guys' support. I appreciate all of your guys' comments, good and bad. Yeah. Great. He can't wait to be taken more seriously. That's hilarious. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you soon. And I will be doing more work for the stream for the stuff this week. I have a thing this weekend that keeps me a little bit busy. But this next week, I'll be back to getting to work on some stuff that we need.
I've never seen us in my life.
What? Thank you. That's so funny. All right. Well, I love you guys. See you soon. Bye.